some career thoughts that I've been having, or like thoughts about having a job and getting a job and this process. So I was watching this video of mine, my own video that I never published. It's private right now. I may make it like unlisted or something and leave it in the description. But yeah, from like minute 20 to like minute 40 or something, I spent like 20 minutes talking about some things that I'm thinking about, like the job process and all of this, right? And one of the things that I say is that, for example, in this comment that I made in a video, like, well, at the beginning of the year, I talk about how, like, my bootcamp experience, right? The video talks about like the learning process, and I talk about my bootcamp, free bootcamp, coding bootcamp, and how the coding bootcamp was like oriented to get a job, and I could not kind of focus on the bootcamp's content and all this, and like do the required activities or suggested activities, because it was like free, so there was no actual requirement. But the suggested things, I could not go through them because most of them were like so job oriented that I couldn't give a shit, right? And it's interesting to see myself right now. For example, I feel like I am in this same position as I was there before, right? There was like, then in that video I literally said kind of the sentence, I wish I was the kind of person who wants to get a job that bad. The problem is that I am not, and I feel like that so bad, because right now, for example, if I got given like that opportunity or whatever, I would take it, right? But I cannot bring myself to do the things that are required to get there, because I feel like they are useless, right? And I cannot think in such short-term periods to the detriment of the long-term process. Even, for example, getting a good short-term opportunity could benefit me on the long run, but I cannot, for the love of God, do things that are just for the short term. Not sure why. Like fake network your way into a job, those kind of things. Like, I cannot do them. Or like try to fake your way, to try to fake it until you make it a little bit, or that kind of thing. Or like hustle in this kind of web developer type way. I cannot do it. I don't know. I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. Like, there are some people who could do it probably, and I'm not saying that I literally couldn't ever do it, but I just can't motivate myself to do it and bring myself to do it for some reason, because to me it feels like not aligned with the long term or something like this. I don't know. But the example was about tech, right? So I just said, if I want a career in tech, I don't want a career in tech or something like this, right? No, it's not that I don't want it, it's that if I want a career in tech, I want a career in tech because I like tech, right? That's the problem. I think and I was thinking, if I'm refusing a career in tech because I don't want a career in tech, right? I like tech, to be honest. I like technology. I like tech as in the group of people who make it and all that shit. But I just don't want a career in it, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to be 55 years old writing software. I don't know. It's like, for some reason, I just don't see myself doing that when I'm 55. It's hard for me to picture myself in the future these days lately. But like, that is kind of something I don't want to do, right? And while thinking about that, I wonder, like, what do I actually want to do then? And the only things that come up for me are like video. I like editing video, or like recording video, doing these kind of things. I don't know. These are the things that come to my mind. So I guess like the thing that I got, the kind of next thing that I have, I guess, to look forward to is like to look for a job in this video field or something like this. The problem is that I have already tried that shit and failed, but maybe I just have to keep trying or something like that. If I guess I see it so clearly, or like if it's the only thing I can see, at least maybe it's like the thing I should try, I guess. I thought of another topic because the topic of engineering comes to mind, right? It's like, why don't I join? Because, for example, this is something that my brother tells me, right? It's like, aren't you planning on joining? Like, his girlfriend's sister worked, now she doesn't, but she used to work at some company, and he always tells me they would hire you. First of all, I don't believe you, but second of all, even if they would, it's like, why do I feel kind of icky about accepting that, right? And I think it's because I don't see myself working in that kind of career. It's like I don't want to be in the engineering career. It's like I don't know, I don't want to be an engineer. I wouldn't mind doing engineering things, and I like engineering, but I don't want to be in the engineering career for some reason, because I know what it looks like more or less, right? Not absolutely, but I know more or less what it looks like, and I don't like it. And I think it doesn't fit me. And I don't know, because for example, if I were to apply to video positions, they would be like video editor or something like this, right? And it's like, do I see myself being like 50 editing videos for other people? And it's like the answer is still no. But for some reason, that stepping stone and that ladder feels more natural, or like I don't know. It feels like I could learn things that will be useful for me in the future. But for example, in the engineering side, I don't feel like that is a stepping stone to somewhere I want to reach. I don't know. I don't know if like the difference is clear, if I've explained myself well enough, or if I'm like distorting things or something like this for some reason. Like, I don't feel like an engineering career is like a stepping stone to doing your own engineering for some reason, right? It's like your contacts are mostly other people in like a big corporation, right? I don't know. Meanwhile, in video, it's like if you are working in video, kind of, I'm not going to work for like national TV station or something like this, right? I would be working for like a YouTuber, and I feel like that environment is cool, right? Or like for a small company that needs video, at video team, right? I don't know. I feel like that would be more of the vibe. Maybe it's like a small company thing, and there are like small engineering companies, but I don't know. I feel like I don't fit that vibe either, right? I don't fit the vibe of small engineering company for some reason. Like, I don't see myself in there. I don't know. Not sure why. Not sure why. Meanwhile, in video, because I see myself doing my own thing, I see myself like that, right? I can see myself doing my own video thing, and therefore the stepping stone makes sense. Meanwhile, for engineering it doesn't, because I don't see myself doing my own engineering thing, I guess. Like, I don't see myself having an engineering firm, or like I see myself doing small engineering things, probably with the purpose of like a video thing, right? With the purpose of video things, or just for fun, right? Just because I have this car that I want to repair, and I can't do something, so I'm like, okay, I am an engineer, so I can literally just like design a piece and like use it, right? Or like maybe I would go through the trouble of like making that piece legal for Spain for it to work in Spain or something like this, right? I technically kind of, well, that is a long discussion, but yeah, like I could technically do kind of those things, or things that are related to that, but always in that kind of context, not really in the context of like, yeah, I guess me creating an engineering business or something like this. I don't see that for some reason. I don't know. Like, I could see myself creating some kind of business that has a small engineering component, where I am an engineer when I do some engineering things, but I would probably not trust myself to be like the main engineering if it requires like heavy duty shit, right? Like, not heavy duty as in actual heavy duty, but as in like big things, right? As in like important things, or as in it being the core driver of the business, right? For example, I could see myself doing things that require engineering. For example, imagine I create a rental car company for like weddings, and the cars are all like quirky, right? I could see myself doing the engineering for some quirky shit, right? Let's say stretch this car for longer or something, right? And for one car, I stretch it myself and like go through the trouble or something like this, or like I help with doing this kind of thing, right? I could see myself doing that, but I could not see myself doing something like, no, my company is like a company that works specifically on like stretch cars, and we have the best stretch cars or ever, right? No, it's like I wouldn't be like that. Like my company, the core business case of my company would be like the quirky thing, right? It would be like they are weird cars, right? So there are some cars that need to be stretched. There are some cars that are, I don't know, funny looking. There are some cars that are old. There are some cars that are from Japan, and we had to bring them here and make them legal somehow, right? That is a thing, right? Or yeah, some cars from the United States, some from Germany, and deal with that shit. I could see that, but I couldn't see like me being the core engineer of some kind of very engineering related thing. Like we have this company that whose core engineering, I don't know, we make the best carbon fiber type shit, so we made the lightest cars ever. I don't know. I couldn't see myself doing something like that. I couldn't see myself doing that. I don't know. Okay, that was the video. It was me talking about work. I think I have made several videos about work, so I will probably link a video about work that is maybe a little bit longer than this one, and you can watch it here.